Yep, a 19. There's a 20.
Good job.
So Miriam, as you guys kind of step out of the tent here, and a lot of the trees pretty much down to just embers, and something just in the darkness, as it kind of creeps back into the campsite. You look up and you notice something in the moonlight about the waterfall, and it seems from the crest of the hill where it kind of like where it tips over and tips up, you can see just like a slit and two lines that kind of pour down that before wasn't there.
Oh shit.
Shit.
Like,
Something's behind the waterfall?
is that what you mean? Or like
It's basically
splitting the water now?
It's splitting the water.
Okay. Oh crap, does this mean they've actually succeeded in this time?
Unless they didn't. And they don't know?
Looking back through the ledgers, you see that kind of towards the twilight hours seems to be when a lot of the activity with the door or whatever it is over there has been is when they've been attempting it.
Okay. So this could just be the time, but they're still most likely, based on very little information we have, not here.
Is it when whatever it is behind the waterfall opens, or is it just when they're doing it?
It's whenever, from the ledger, it's when the activity is going on. Seems to be about 12 o'clock at night.
So the door shows itself around this time, but they haven't been able to open it, is kind of what I'm getting.
Do you want to go try opening it?
I don't know if we should.
I don't know how, but...
They might be there.
Well,
yeah.
You have limited dwarven knowledge, I have elven knowledge. It's 75 feet away?
Yeah, it's not far.
It's not far?
Just
We've got
push
time to
them
go
off.
and investigate, I
If
guess.
he's naughty, just push them off.
Oops, shit. Dropped a d6. It's right next to your foot. Is it?
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, if it's not that far, then I guess we can at least go and look at it
Yeah.
up close and see.
And
what
we don't have
see.
to... And if there are people there, then we can back up and demos.
At 75 feet, I feel like we'd be able to tell if there was someone there, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say just kill them.
We can't take all of that many people.
Murder hobos. Alright.
Yep.
It's been our MO for...
Well, let's investigate the waterfall.
So as you guys kind of like come up over there's basically like a bowl around this tree, and you guys kind of crest over the hill, and you look down and you can see there's pretty much just like a foot-worn path that leads towards this clearing. And as you look towards the waterfall, you see the water seems to almost, by some kind of means, almost come directly towards the center and then just drift back away. So it almost looks like
Like it's being sucked in?
not sucked in, but like gently pushed the opposite direction, so that there's like a split in the wall, in the back of the waterfall. And as you guys kind of make your way towards it, you start to notice on the side of the trail like different tools. You see pickaxes and hammers and chisels and different things like that, but no signs of anybody else.
Been getting crazy.
And as you come up to kind of the waterfront, you see. Roll an investigation check.
9.
9. Kind of looking through the ledgers and kind of like comparing the notes, you look down and you see almost like an inch below the water. There's stone there. So it almost looks like a pathway that leads towards the center of the waterfall here.
Does it look like sure footing, or is it like...
Looks like short footing.
Okay.
It's just like a gentle drift at this point, where normally this would be a cascading kind of intense spot to walk.
So, want to get closer and walk along this path, see what we see?
Okay. So as you guys kind of cautiously step your way towards this opening in the waterfall, as you get closer, you begin to see like in the water beside you faint signs of like bioluminescence, just kind of small rocks shining underneath the water. And as you come up to it, you see this grand door in front of you, completely seamless with the mountain, but into the side, and just like kind of just symbols and runes put all over it. You two roll investigation checks for me. You with disadvantage.
Oh,
Roll
disadvantage?
with
Or actually, no, sorry, not for this. Not for this.
Okay.
she
What
knows.
is that? 16
Do you know?
plus what is it?
Investigation.
I don't know.
15.
That was a roll. 7.
Okay.
It flew out of my hand, but I mean, it's still a roll. I can't really
Okay.
argue that.
So, what'd you roll? I'm sorry.
I rolled a 7.
Roll a 7. So you kind of see etched into the wall and kind of scrolling around, and you kind of step closer and you look at it, and upon closer examination, you start to see. I mean, it's kind of like it was before. It's kind of hard to read. It seems like it's some real fucking old Dwarvish, but the dwarves their kind of dialect hasn't changed too much over the years. But you can definitely get the feeling this is some ancient script. But then you also see some writing that you just don't understand. It just looks like gibberish.
Just swirly.
Kind of swirly and gibberish.
I was gonna say, am I able to recognize it at least?
Once Miriam kind of points it out to you, and you kind of look at it, and you kind of squint and kind of look at it this way and that way, and again, it kind of has almost like a shifting quality to it.
So it's
you realize it's Sylvan as
Sylvan.
well. And on that 16
So it's Sylvan
investigation-
and Dwarvish. We
Yeah.
have 2 stories.
So as you look at them, you kind of see the first part of this, and it just looks like gibberish. But then as you get to kind of to like the top left corner, you see, for if you do, you will see how we truly fall, and then you see kind of nothing as it just kind of like drifts off, and then you kind of see some scum, like from water that kind of like or foliage that grew up onto the side. And you kind of go up to it and you kind of scrape it a little bit, and then you see in more dwarven runes
Will you repeat for if you do, you will see.
how we truly fall.
Dwarves and elves. It's always dwarves and
Hey,
elves.
that's racist.
Yeah.
I mean, it's at the moment not wrong, but it's still racist. I don't make the rules.
And then kind of as you like scrape some of the scum off the side, you see kind of Chittle's a little different, a little bit more modern, but like hastily. You see written in Dwarvish, and if you wish to know this tale, be strong of body and mind. For you do be warned of how I lost this cold heart of mine.
A riddle.
I'm bad at riddles.
And I'd say once you kind of read over this and you kind of point it out to Sylvis, go ahead and make a history check for me.
Which one?
Hallelujah.
Whoa,
22.
You remember.
22. It's really fucking hard to make out because I mean this is a language that you're kind of piecing together from. This is what your language is based off of, but it's kind of like backwards going. You kind of make out. To find the way, you must say the word to save us all.
Will you repeat that second?
So the full part written in Sylvan,
Whole
the first
thing.
part in Sylvan, the second part in Dwarven. To find the way, you must say the word to save us all. For if you do, you will see how we truly fall.
Right.
For if you do, you will see the way we truly fall.
The way we truly. You will see how we truly fell. How we truly fall? Fell?
Fall.
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 Strike fell from the record. It's all.
Okay. So first part Sylvan, second part Dwarven.
Yes.
Okay.
And then etched towards the side, kind of off to the bottom, Miriam, you see, and if you wish to know this tale, be strong of body and mind. For you do be warned of how I lost this cold heart of mine. Fight me!
I just
I'm not gonna go slow.
Copying my homework.
Damn.
Puzzles and Dragons.
Wow.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Really gets my noggin jogging.
The theater of the mind.
For if you do be warned how I lost this cold heart of mine. Be warned. Is that right?
If for you do be warned of how I
Okay.
lost this cold heart of mine.
Okay.
That can't. I'm sorry. We got a real brain twister right here.
We gotta figure out what the word is.
What was the third thing?
The third thing seems to be something unconnected.
Okay.
Betrayal.
Well, that's all very interesting.
I'm going to just randomly start shouting.
I think we've learned what we're going to learn at this point. We probably need to head out now. Do you agree?
Okay.
Because I'm not going to stand here and just start shouting random words at a wall. Although. Bookmark.
Butt cheek.
Betrayal.
Love.